Hi guys, welcome to vlog 41 and welcome to Get Me to New York vlog 1. For anybody who tuned in last night, you know exactly what that means. For anybody who didn't tune in last night, just to let you know that I've agreed that this vlog will now, for the next few weeks, be a real-time analysis of me working towards a particular goal with my business, because I think it's a good idea to take you through stage by stage exactly how things work and exactly how many things just fall into your life when you set a goal and go after it with everything that you've got. And this goal has already been no exception, and it's one day in. So thank you for coming back. I'm really excited about this kind of new turn that the vlog's taken, and I've been telling everybody today about what we're doing, everybody that we work with, and talking it through, and it's really exciting. Everybody's excited because it's a goal that seems really big, but at the same time in a way very achievable. And the goal is that we want our business to be in New York City within 6 weeks. And that has came about from being in Kuwait and having a big interest here in what we do. And that interest is to take what we do to cities like New York and London rather than starting it in cities like Glasgow. So it's a big lofty goal, a big huge ambition, and there's a lot of things that are going to have to get into place in order for that to happen. So for the next few weeks, what we're going to be doing is each day just looking at how those pieces are fitting together and how you can apply those techniques to what you're doing on your startup journey. So I'm going to assume that you're following this, and this is the first 6 weeks of you making the decision to set up your business. So you've made the decision, okay? We made the decision that we were going to do it, and we told everybody. I put it on the YouTube channel, we put it out in the social media, it was on Snapchat, it was on Facebook. We've set up our social media page, so now we're committed to it, okay? And I think that's a really important thing. I think the accountability of telling people what you're going to do is really crucial. There's a tipping point though, because until you know it can be achieved, I wouldn't tell too many people what you're doing. In fact, no, that's wrong. I'm going to start that again. Until you know that you're definitely committed to doing it, I wouldn't tell too many people. Just because you think it can't be achieved doesn't mean it can't be achieved. So don't ever let that put you off. That's completely the wrong way to put it. Make sure you're committed to it first. Because if you're not committed to it and you've told all these people and you don't do it, it just looks as if it's just another harebrained scheme that you've come up with. And you know those people that are on Facebook, the ones who it's, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this, and it never happens. And I probably fall into the category of being in the danger of looking like one of these people, because it seems as if every 2 seconds we've got this new scheme and there's this new things happening. But most of the time they do happen. It's just that there's so much happening that it seems as if we're always doing something new. So have your accountability, tell people what you're doing, and then tell the wider community what you're doing. So you have decided to go for this goal. Get out to those networking events and tell everybody what you're doing, and people will fall into your path. Prime example of this was yesterday. So I had only just finished doing the vlog, and on the vlog I actually say where I was going. I say I was going to an event which was about startup investment. Now, we weren't particularly looking for investment at this event. We are looking for investment as a company at the moment because we're growing so fast, but I believe that this event was more focused towards Kuwaiti startups, and I just wanted to go along to get a better understanding of how Kuwait startups work, to do some networking. And there was a friend of mine, Haider, who I'd met at a previous event, who was going along as well, and I thought it'd be good to catch up with him. So I go along to the event, and the speaker was a company from San Francisco called Flexport, and it was 2 guys who founded the company, and they were talking about their experiences of setting up and raising venture capital and growing worldwide. And they've been going for just over 2 years, and we've been going for just over 2 years. And when they set up, they didn't have anything, and when we set up, we didn't have anything. And at the time they raised their venture capital, they had 6 staff. We've got 6 staff. And just seeing their company journey spoke to me. It mirrored exactly what we were doing. And the only thing that was different between what they were doing and what we were doing was that they had approached the right people, and they had put themselves in the right place, and they had worked harder on their technical aspect of the business, because what they had done was they had actually realised a need, same as what we've done in the relocation space. They realised there was a need there for more streamlined shipping of goods, so freight forwarding, more streamlined freight forwarding and getting the goods through customs, because it was a nightmare. We looked at the relocation market and the housing market and realised that it was a bit of a hassle for companies to relocate their staff and to get them set up with accommodation and to find them somewhere to stay and to move staff easily amongst locations. And they then applied to the Combinator, I always say that wrong, YCOM in San Francisco, which is one of the most recognised startup hubs and incubators in the world, and they get accepted there, and their growth is huge, and it's fantastic to see, and the amount of funding that they've raised is huge. And it's just amazing to be in a room where you're standing side by side with somebody who has set up a business not a million miles away from what you're doing, and they started it with practically the same as what you had, to see how successful that can be. And I didn't know they were speaking. I had no previous knowledge of their company. And then there was a question and answer session after that, which was about angel investing. And I learned a couple of really interesting facts about how to get investment into your business, about what you need to give away, what you need to offer, what you need to be prepared for, and who to approach. I made a couple of amazing contacts, and that's day one. That's day one of me saying, this is where we're going to be in 6 weeks. And all these things have already fallen into place. And the reason it does that is because now you're committed, and now you are aware of all the opportunities that are around you. For example, 6 weeks ago, when I was really interested in the getting to know Kuwait, and for me it was all about really learning this market, that talk maybe wouldn't have had the same impact on me, because I wasn't thinking New York, and I wasn't thinking in growth investment, and I wasn't thinking let's do this, let's do that. I was thinking, how do I get Kuwait to love us? How do I get Kuwait to realise that we're here for the long term? How do I get my business integrated into this market? How do I get to know friends? How do I get to improve the networking? All these things. And it didn't tick those boxes, but it ticked the other boxes. So when your brain is focused on one thing, you will begin to notice the opportunities that surround that one thing, and people will fall into your life who were meant to be there to help you achieve this goal. And I genuinely believe that to be true. And even so, that was yesterday. That was the first day that we decided to do it. And even today, met two guys tonight from the finance industry, able to shed a bit of light on, again, some issues around raising finance and who the best people to go to are and all these kind of things. Your journey is made up of lots of little steps, and at each of these little steps somebody will come in that you didn't know before and help with that small bit, and that'll all add up. Just the same as the little things that you do every day, the small habits that you form, will eventually add up to be a successful life. Don't focus on, that's so big, I'm not there yet. Focus on, what can I do differently today? What can I be more aware of today? How can I put myself out there today? For example, I really didn't want to go to that networking event last night. I was tired. I was done. I didn't get great sleep the night before. I had a really long day. I had a mountain of work to do because I'd already committed to doing this other thing at the weekend. I hadn't done it. And I decided to go because I thought, there's not many networking events in Kuwait. I wanted to get myself out there, and I thought it's going to be the right thing to do, and it absolutely was the right thing to do. Locking yourself away, working on something, is never the right thing to do. You always have to get out there, even when you don't feel like doing it, and look at all the opportunities that can come up. So that's my lesson from day one of #GetMeToNewYork. I will see you guys tomorrow night, and talk to you a wee bit more about the planning side of it, I think, that's going into it at the moment, and hopefully that'll give you a bit of help for you to achieve your goal a bit quicker as well. Have a great night. It's Monday night. I hope you've all had a great day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Alright, cheers. Bye bye.